Hello everyone, and welcome to this video where I talk about the benefits that I have experienced in terms of chronic pain therapy and physiotherapy from building models like this one, which is a Games Workshop model for the game Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Now, what I'm talking about is the style of models that they've started to produce, actually a little while ago now, where most of them are push fit. So let's see if this will show up. So you can see that there's two holes there where now hopefully this one will show. Oops. Come on. Ah, there we go. You can see a peg. Okay. So a little while ago, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, you won't have known this. I went into a project where I had about a month and a half, 5-6 weeks, of where I was trying to build as many models as possible so that my significant other could prime them with spray paint. And well, spray primer, I should say, not spray paint. Rattle can primer. There. So I wanted to get as many as possible done, first focusing on the ones that they wanted, that they will do over winter months, and then as many others I can do. Over that time period, I was able to build about 109 models. Now, what I found interesting is because I was pushing so much that my hands felt a little bit stronger. And the pain that I would often experience in my hands was lessened by quite a bit. So basically, I was exercising my hands and noticed a benefit from doing this. So I wanted to show, that for me, in a very short video here, for me, putting together push fit models actually helped my hands. So I'm going to put together just 3 pieces of this model, which is a griffin off the picture here. Now, even though they're push fit, I happen to use glue because sometimes the push fits will have a crack where 2 pieces fit and the glue will just solve that problem. I just have to hold it a bit longer. So I'm just applying glue here, top, bottom, for the first piece. And I'm just going to push this in. Okay, check it to see if I need to squeeze it harder. It does need to be squeezed a bit harder, so I would sit here for a little bit until the glue catches, pushing in the piece. We're doing the front jaw part of a griffin. And doing this, I'm using the muscles in the tendons, and they would get stronger as my experience from doing all those models showed me. So yeah. Now, I'm going to put in the other piece. I don't know how it goes, so we'll do a test fit. I'm going to share a story. This story goes back about upwards of 35 years. We were having a garage sale. And our family, you would play tennis. So we had a lot of tennis balls. We had a lot of dead tennis balls. And dead tennis balls are fantastic for... looks like I should have put the jaw on second. Oh well, I'll make it work. And anyway, dead tennis balls are fantastic for playing street hockey. It's a Canadian thing. We had some time in the springtime, snow's still on the ground. Kids would be out on the street playing street hockey with snow on the ground. Maybe wearing a light jacket. And it's still winter. Go figure. Anyway. Oh. Can I do this? Nope. Okay, I'm just going to have to make it work. So, well, sorry, we were having a garage sale. We had a whole bunch of tennis balls for sale. There we go. Sometimes you make a mistake and you have to fix it. So, yeah, okay. I'm also not used to looking at the camera. I'm used to looking all over the place. Now, an older gentleman came up, and the container that we had tennis balls in was going through and testing them. And I didn't know what he was doing. Went over and asked if they needed any help. And he said, well, he was looking for tennis balls, and he was testing them to see if they had the right resistance for his arthritic hands. So what he would do is, while watching TV, have a tennis ball and just squeeze the tennis ball in his hands to help his hands and tendons and stuff like that in dealing with the arthritis. Now, I thought that was really cool. It's something I've always remembered. And when I became disabled, I learned things like doctors are prescribing video games for people with arthritis in their hands. They used to prescribe things like knitting and crocheting. So you're using your hands, and that would help. So the idea that models like this, it's going to be an interesting fit. I'm going to set that aside and not do it here because it'll take a bit of work and more concentration. The interesting thing is that these models fit all that stuff. And another thing that I found is, since I'm working, like this, and cleaning models with my knife and stuff like that, I'm up here, I'm using portions of my arm, I'm using some muscles in my back, and things like that, while I'm leaning back and getting the support I need, that it is a tremendous exercise, if you will, in physiotherapy and the chronic pain therapy, because it's very easy for muscles to become very, very weak, and tendons and things, because you're not using them. So the idea that model making for a hobby can actually be used as therapy is awesome. And so, at least for me, I would say that model making, yes, it is wonderful therapy. It works fantastic, and it has helped me improve a few areas on my body which were causing me problems. Hasn't fixed other areas. It's most of my body that I have issues with, but some of it is better. It's improved. Now, if you did click on this video because you were wondering, could you do this while dealing with chronic pain? Always check with your doctor, your care provider, find out for sure. And then if they say, yeah, that could be a good idea, and the hobby seems interesting to you, where building and painting and creating things like that for a tabletop game, I would say give it a try. Even if you don't like the game, you can create some wonderful models as display pieces in your home and help yourself out at the same time. Hobby and therapy, hand in hand. I do like that. I like it a lot. It's something that I try and seek out in my life to get a better focus and enjoyment happening, where I get to do 2 or 3 things at once. Rebuilding muscles, helping the chronic pain I deal with daily, stuff like that. So, yeah. If you, family, member, friends, is dealing with some health problems, but is unsure if this would be a good idea, first check with doctor, like I said. Always check with your care provider or doctor, because, well, yeah, it might actually be a bad thing. Who knows? For you specifically in your needs. Otherwise, give it a try. You may be pleasantly surprised with a new hobby, or one you've always been interested in but a little nervous to dive into, and helping yourself out at the same time. It is a definite bonus. Now, it doesn't have to be Games Workshop stuff or anything like that. There's a lot of things that you could do, such as using air-dried clay to make things. I actually have some just over to the side here, and I do use it for various things, like, oh, excuse me, here we go. This here is a brick wall that has been primed, painted with a first layer, but still needs other painting done for coloring and stuff. Made from air-dry clay that I'll be putting with a model to create a scene on the base of it where the models sit. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you could do, could look into. Give it a try, and don't be afraid. Just take it slow and steady. If your doctor, care provider says it's okay to, for your specific needs, it's definitely worth it. Okay, well, please do take care, and I hope to see you in, come visit the other videos that I do for Let's Plays and things like that. Until when next we meet, please do be safe. Bye.